Okay. First and foremost, I want to be very clear. I did not actually want to see this movie. I didn't want to give them any money for seeing this movie. I had preconceived notions about this movie. Before my Twitter got shut down, I live tweeted in anticipation every movie except for the original trilogy, because what can you really say about it? And it was fun, you know, revisiting all the crap and kind of getting myself caught up to speed. And so I was like, you know, I have to watch this, so I did. It's bad. It's really, 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 really bad. Really bad. Is it the worst Star Wars ever? I don't personally think so. I think The Last Jedi is still worse. For very specific reasons that are personal. That's why I don't like The Last Jedi. It's very much personal reasons. Because I really hate the writing of it. I think it's bad writing. Shitty, terrible writing that barely makes any sense whatsoever. But because that's my main complaint with The Last Jedi, I understand why some people actually like it, and I understand why some people rank it a lot higher than I do. The Rise of the Skywalker is, I can't say objectively, but I want to say objectively, the worst made Star Wars movie ever. It's not just that the writing is bad, because the writing is really bad, and not bad the same way that The Last Jedi is bad. Like, in The Last Jedi, the writing is bad because really poor choices and really aggravating choices are made, and it's really frustrating. And, like, half of it doesn't make sense, but that's okay, whatever, you know, it's sci-fi, it's fantasy, whatever. But Rise of the Skywalker, nothing makes sense. And I mean nothing. Nothing makes sense at all. Everything is rushed into. There's no explanation for why any of this is happening. Palpatine came back. Ooh, why? How? When? Oh, they don't tell you. Oh, no. Nope. The galaxy has heard the voice of Palpatine, and everybody's freaking out. So we gotta, like, send ships to go investigate. Well, when did that happen? Literally before the movie. You don't hear about it. There's no build-up to it, because that was never the plan to begin with. The problem with this, I think, is that, number one, J.J. Abrams is a shitty writer, and rather than really writing anything coherent or interesting for The Force Awakens, he basically rehashed the original movie, and kind of put some other things kind of in there, sort of. Really, the only thing that was unique about it was the character Kylo Ren, being the son of two legacy characters, blah, blah, blah. And then Rian Johnson comes in, he's like, well, we got to do something different. Like, it has to be kind of different at least, right? And so he tried to do it, but he's not a very good writer, apparently, for Star Wars. Knives Out just came out, and it's really highly acclaimed, and he wrote and directed that. So obviously the guy isn't talentless, but he doesn't know how to write Star Wars. So that's an utter fuck up. And then JJ comes back and just tries to, like, fix the big pile of stinky, but JJ's a shitty writer, and he makes it even worse. Even worse. Nothing makes any fucking sense. Everything is done in the service of the plot. Everything. Nothing, like, there are points where they make a decision because they're just like, we're gonna do this. Wait, hang on. I feel like that's not the thing to do, and instead we should do this. So then they go do that. Yeah. And they still suffer from the, like, hey, we're gonna attempt to do something. Oh, we failed. Uh-oh, stinky. And then it's all fucked up again. Good parts to this. Ian McDiarmid, I liked his performance as the Emperor in The Return of the Jedi, and then I fucking hated everything about his portrayal of the Emperor in the prequels. I attribute a lot of that to the direction by George Lucas, because he can't pull a good performance out of any actor. But then they did, like, the makeup and everything, and he just looks so stupid, so goofy. Ian McDiarmid's performance is pretty decent in this one, and he at least looks menacing. The look of evil, the look of menace in this movie is very good. Visually speaking, I think that part, the aesthetic of it is good. The effects are not that good. The way the movie is shot kind of ruins it too, because it's shot horribly. It looks like shit. The editing in it is abrupt and jarring and makes no sense and makes you want to throw up because the pacing is so goddamn terrible. Like, boom, scene change. Boom, scene change. Boom, we're on a totally different planet. Boom, we're in space doing shit. Why is it happening? I don't know. I mean, I can follow pretty convoluted plot lines, and it wasn't that this plot was convoluted. It's that the editing was so bad, you kept having to think to yourself, like, wait, so what are we doing again? Oh, that's right, okay. Yeah, all right. And then, okay. But yeah, I'm trying to stick on the good things. So Ian McDiarmid's performance is pretty good. There's some good action, or good acting in this. I think Daisy Ridley does a very good job. I want to say John Boyega, but I don't think they really gave him much except for, like, act like Finn. And he just acts like Finn does, even though he's a good actor. Adam Driver's good. You know, he's always good. He's a really good actor. But, yeah. Oh, I'll give you this. The actual lightsaber fights that do happen, I think are done well. I think are done pretty damn well. Historically speaking, lightsaber fights look like shit. They look like crap. If you actually really pay attention, you're like, ugh. The Last Jedi, one of the few good scenes of Kylo and Rey teaming up. If you really pay attention, when they slow it down, when they analyze the fight, it's like comically bad. But in this one, you can really tell that Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver practiced, and that's probably my favorite part of the movie. So these things, and certain aspects of this, are like these little tiny pearls. They're beautiful and really well polished, and they look fucking great. And you can admire them. And those are inside a sandwich of human shit. And going and watching this movie is you forcing yourself to eat a sandwich full of human shit. And every now and then, you break your fucking teeth because you're like, ah, God. Ah, it's gorgeous, but ow. It causes you physical pain to find the good parts of this movie. Meanwhile, you have a mouthful of shit. That's what The Rise of Skywalker is, a shit sandwich with pearls in it. What other things can I say without spoilers? Yeah, there are horses in space. You saw that in the previews. It is just as fucking stupid as you think it is. If you think that quite possibly could be the most idiotic thing anybody could do, like, there's no way. There's got to be another reason why they're on horses in space. There has to be a reason. They're not actually doing what it looks like they're doing. No, they are. They are. And do you know why? Because I don't know why. They have an idea, and that's the idea. Why do they do it? It doesn't help. It doesn't do anything. There's no fucking point to it. Horses in space. And it's still not the worst Star Wars movie. It's the worst made. It's the worst made Star Wars movie ever. But for me, I still detest The Last Jedi more. Yeah. Yeah. God, what a piece of shit. What a pile of shit. Don't go see this movie. Don't. Don't give them any money. Punish them for this shit. This is so fucking bad. Fuck me. Ugh.